Yeah, man. So I told everybody that I was going to do a tutorial tonight on how to record artificial telepathy. It's March 1st and it's Friday night, 2019. I just got off work and, up the street from me, one of these gang stalker broadcast houses looks like they're having a party or something like that. I don't know if like all the gang stalkers are over there or what, but they're already playing little porch light games and yelling little stuff about what I'm thinking and whatever while I'm out here. So obviously they're on my neural monitoring, and they had been for my ex girlfriend put them on to my neural monitoring, and she put a lot of these people around here on my neural monitoring, but these people up the street from me, they've definitely been in. There's a whole family of people, and some of them are children, like underage, under 18 kids, and they've been on my neural monitoring, and they still are, and their whole family's on my neural monitoring. And then you got over here on Carter Court a bunch of gang stalkers on my neural monitoring, and then back here on Howard Circle, you got a bunch of gang stalkers on my neural monitoring, and it's just how it is. The Marcus and his brother, it's actually his brother, the older one. He just said that Emily was over there at their little party or whatever, um, up the street from me. So I don't know, but I don't even care. I just got off work and I got to go back to work, and I don't have any plans this weekend except for to get that money. And anyway, so this is what you need. This is what you need. You need two devices. All right. So if you want to record artificial telepathy, you have to use what I've learned. You have to use a cellular phone, because a cellular phone is a microwave signal, and that microwave signal is close enough to the EMF broadcast signal that it picks it up as interference. So a lot of people report that they'll hear the gang stalkers coming through their phone calls and stuff like that, and that's true. And that's how I first started. Before they turn on artificial telepathy out loud, when you hear it, it's out loud, and you'll be looking like, "Where's that coming from?" But before that started happening, I was hearing them coming through stuff like my refrigerator motors and through my phone calls and everything. And I used to think, the girl that put me on neuromonitoring, I used to think it was like picking up her phone. When I would call her, she wouldn't answer, and then I would get these recordings, and I could hear her, and sometimes it would be sexual, sometimes they'd just be talking. I could hear all these other people, and I was thinking that was recording what was happening on the other side of her phone, but it wasn't. It was recording the broadcast coming to me. They were all on mind control, on my neural monitoring, broadcasting to me, and they're all connected to me, and the broadcast was coming to me. I'm the receiver of the broadcast. So a cellular phone was picking that up as interference, my phone that was close to me. And I quickly learned that it didn't matter who I called. If I called anybody, it was coming through my phone, and I was getting it on my call recordings. Now, if you get a call recording app, it's not going to record whoever you're talking to. It doesn't record, they don't work like that. It records you, and then it records, it can record the broadcast interfering into the signal. So it doesn't record the person. You can't, when you listen back, you can't hear the person you're talking to. Maybe you could if you did some kind of put it on speaker or something. I don't know. I don't think it's even possible. But anyway, you don't even have to have two phones. You can actually call like your voicemail or anything. You could call your voicemail and pick up call recordings just like that. You could call an automated system, and you're going to record artificial telepathy if they're broadcasting to you. You may have to tweak it a little bit and I put it in Audacity, and I'll do noise reduction. I like to use the limiter, and that brings up the middle and kind of squashes the outside noise and brings out what's in the middle and that of the waveform, and that usually brings out the telepathic broadcast. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and call myself. All right, so I'm calling myself. All right, so I'll go ahead and answer that. All right, so I got two phones. I'm using my Bluetooth headphones at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these two phones in my hand, and I'll try not to talk too much. So, it sometimes helps to turn on things like flip chart. Now just but honestly, some of them were probably trying to get into my recording my video or whatever. So let's try this. That's going to help disperse the broadcast. Dang, something just said, please drop your phone. So, when you're trying to record artificial telepathy, it helps to disperse the broadcast from real sound. So, okay, that's been about 2 minutes. And we tried the water faucet experiment. I got my... Okay, so I can hear a lot more coming through my phone now. So it does kind of help to have that ambient noise dispersing the broadcast. So I'm going to put all of this in my iMovie program and try to combine the audio from the call recording and from the video and put it all together as one tutorial. Okay, so that seemed to be getting some pretty good sound coming through. Now let's try outside. It may help if an airplane would come over. I live in Atlanta, where we have the busiest airport in the world. So you notice I just keep the device near me and the broadcast is coming to me, so that's how I'm going to intercept it as interference by having it close to me. Okay. So now let's try this. Okay. So now, okay, everything's still working, but I turned off my Bluetooth headphones. So now we're going to see how it comes through without the Bluetooth headphones. still keep the device near me. We'll try a few experiments this way. Okay. So we'll see how that turns out. Now let's go back in here. Hopefully this will still be on. Now the water faucet is not on. I mean the water heater is not on anymore, but now my refrigerator is running. So let's try to get some of that. All right, so there's that. Now let me see what else I can do. Let's try speaker. You don't want the devices too close to each other when you do speaker. Turn it down a little. Turn it down a little, yeah. Okay. So let's hold that for a minute. And I'll put this back on here. So I think my battery's about to die on here because the screen's so dark. Okay, so we got a better so of that. Now let's try both of them on speaker. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. So, now that they're both on speaker. Testing. Let me set that up here for a minute. All right. So that's a nice little session of me trying to record artificial telepathy with a few experiments. And now I'll try to do some screen recordings of how I might go about putting it all together and do the edits or whatever. So that's how I record artificial telepathy.